After the recent Campbell's Soup controversy, more and more Americans have been concerned about the cheap and toxic foods we've been putting into our body. I warn you, you're going to be shocked at what you're about to see. My God.
Ultra-processed foods, usually packaged to last as long as possible, now make up more than half of the American diet.
Tobacco, lead paint, opioids. This is our next fight.
In San Francisco Tuesday, City Attorney David Chu announced the first government lawsuit of its kind against 11 companies that make what prosecutors claim are food products with hidden health harms, designed to be cheap, colorful, flavorful, and addictive.
And I want you to take just 1 minute and go look up each one of these companies and how many brands they have underneath them. This is probably 90% of all the boxes you see in the stores.
The suit calls for manufacturers to end alleged deceptive marketing practices to sell those products, from Lunchables and Chips Ahoy to Doritos and Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Good.
We've known for a long time that the ingredients in many of these ultra-processed foods are unhealthy. Why now?
We have all suspected for a long time that food that is not food, or likely not good for us,
Because the Campbells.
It took many years for the science to catch up.
Research has linked ultra-processed foods to obesity, type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and cancer. In a statement, a trade group representing many of the companies named in the lawsuit said there is currently no agreed-upon scientific definition of ultra-processed foods.
You mean to tell me y'all had no idea the harm that all this stuff was causing on the bodies of the human being?
Calling them unhealthy is misleading to consumers.
There's a clear definition in California law on what ultra-processed foods are. We look forward to having that discussion in court.
Let's see what snack cakes are bioengineered.
Look at this. Look at all these ingredients. Just ridiculous. Look at this.
Let's see what's inside an oatmeal cream pie. It starts with corn syrup, then enriched bleached flour, palm and soybean oils with TBHQ and citric acid to protect flavor, whole grain rolled oats,
Oh, finally.
molasses,
Something
raisin
real.
paste, sugar, water, dextrose, leavening, whey,
Look at all these
salt,
chemicals.
soy lecithin, cornstarch, natural and artificial flavors, mono and diglycerides,
Destroying us.
60, sorbitan monosterate, dried eggs,
Gah.
modified cornstarch, sorbic acid, soy flour, dried egg whites,
How many
annatto
ingredients?
extract, beta carotene, caramel color, chocolate, cocoa butter, citric acid, cocoa, high fructose corn syrup, modified wheat
Already
starch,
had corn syrup.
non-fat dry milk, palm and palm kernel oil, pectin, polysorbate 80,
Bunch of oil.
propylene glycol monosterate, red 40 lake, rice flour, sodium citrate,
God.
sodium stearoyl lactylate.
This is the third Walmart I've been to, and look what I found.
Yeah, look what you found.
28 cents a can, and I cleaned them out. The neighborhood kids and parents are going to be very happy.
Look at all this junk she didn't put in her cart. And she's talking about the neighborhood kids are going to be happy. All this bioengineered food.
Came to get some rice, okay?
Okay.
And I looked at it, I was like, damn, you know, of course prices are going up, right? So I'm like, okay, why is this one so much cheaper? Like, how are they, it's Members Mark, right? How are they
Okay.
able to produce so much of this
Sam's
for
Club.
so fucking cheap? And then look at this, okay? I look at the ingredients, okay?
All right.
Okay, long grain rice, ferric phosphate, iron, niacin, I can't even fucking pronounce half of this shit, man. Look at the ingredients. What does it say?
Just
It
rice.
says fucking rice. That's all it is. It's just rice.
You have got to read every ingredient now.
This is 100% maple syrup,
Okay.
essentially boiled tree sap, water, and natural sugar. So when it hits the water, it reacts like you would expect.
Wow.
Sugar water.
Just
Dissolves.
dissolves.
Even distribution.
I don't even want to see it.
Instead of dissolving, like the maple syrup, it clumps up and sinks to the bottom.
God. Think about what
It
that's
gives you
doing
a
to
really
your
hard
gut.
time at mixing. Almost forming like a spider web consistency inside the water. That's because the gums and stabilizers are working overtime to keep it as consistent and thick as possible.
Some ground beef that looks like pureed salmon. Yeah, I think I'm gonna skip it. I don't need it this week for some reason. It's an interesting color.
And both of these are supposed to be organic.
Absolutely no reason for me to do this. This is not ice cream. This is Play-Doh.
They've been marketing this junk, frozen dairy dessert.
This is completely Play-Doh.
Here showing all the brands that say ice cream. Okay, Tillamook, you Oreo. At 2 Brutus, Oreos, that's
Fake.
not a real ice cream. What about Edie's?
Oh, dryers.
Edie's. Uh-oh. I don't see.
Fake.
Frozen dairy
Junk.
dessert. So this is obviously ice cream. Bluebell advertises it proudly, and we are proud of you, Bluebell.
All in the ice cream aisle,
Okay,
too.
next, Mayfield. I love Mayfield. Ice cream. Look, this is their real ice cream.
They stack it next to my Mayfield.
Oh, Tate. Frozen dairy dessert. Frozen dairy dessert. Ready?
Oh, so if it has the Snickers and all the cakes and all the stuff, it's fake. Even the vanilla.
Super gummy.
We're gonna isolate the exact compound from this old tire, shred it, dissolve in industrial solvent, then react and precipitate it with
Chewing on a
sulfuric
tire.
acid to get pure polyisobutylene pellet. Now, to make it nice and chewy, we're gonna need some engine lubricant. We're gonna run
An
it through
engine lubricant.
toluene solvent, then rapidly chill to create petroleum paraffin.
Yeah.
Mix it with our polyisobutylene and resin plasticizers like glycerol ester to add your favorite petroleum-derived food dye.
Of course you're gonna color it.
To gum, and let me know, would you chew this crap?
Looks just like the chewing gum to me. Do you still want to chew this?
You are not going to like this one, but as a class action attorney, here's why I'll never buy microwave popcorn again. You know that buttery, greasy lining on the popcorn bag? That's used as a cheap way of keeping the oil from seeping through the bag. And it's typically loaded with PFAS. Those are forever chemicals.
Forever
Dubbed
chemicals.
that way because they never actually leave your body. And they are responsible for all kinds of diseases like cancer, hormone disruptors, and fertility issues.
EPA just approved more forever chemicals to be sprayed on our fruits and vegetables, and
More forever
broccoli and
chemicals.
potatoes, two of the biggest staples that we have here in the United States. These forever chemicals, folks, are not water soluble or fat soluble. Means after you ingest them, they're stuck inside your body. These forever chemicals have been linked to many carcinogens which cause cancer. Unfortunately, the EPA says it's not as big a risk, your health, as the profits that we are going to help maximize by allowing these chemicals to slow how many bugs might chew on it or any kind of rot.
The wealth of the top 1% reached a record of $52 trillion, according to the Federal Reserve, and the top 1% seeing their wealth grow by 10% over the past year. The increase follows 3 years of continued growth for those at the top.
More chemicals, more fake food, more fast food equals more profit.
Hi guys, I'm Kip Chavez, and this is my 235-day-old McDonald's cheeseburger.
Golly.
I bought this on March 6th,
I know that's all
2025
chemical.
this year, and I've made a video of it every day since then.
Look at
The
this.
only thing that's really happened to it is the bottom bun broke in half when it was just a few weeks old.
With all the news about Campbell's having bioengineered, I decided to raid my pantry. Let's see what else has
It's all
bioengineered.
fake.
Hamburger helper, bioengineered. Prego spaghetti sauce, bioengineered. Prego Alfredo sauce, bioengineered. Betty Crocker, bioengineered. Ramen noodles,
Doesn't this make you sick? Want
bioengineered.
to throw up, don't you?
First, 70% of the entire U.S. food supply consists of ultra-processed foods, and most Americans get over 50% of their daily calories just from ultra-processed
Yes,
foods. So at
we
this point,
learned
we're
that.
all wondering, what can we eat? Give you a list of things that you can eat safely that are considered minimally processed, so not the same as ultra-processed. First thing is obviously fresh fruit and fresh produce. You can eat unlimited amounts of these. Frozen veggies and frozen fruit are great as well. Canned beans are also good if it's just beans and water. Once it has all the extra
Gotta read
flavorings
all the
and
ingredients.
sugars and preservatives, and that's when it gets that's ultra processed. The Bush's baked beans would be an example of an ultra processed food. Plain Greek yogurt or plain regular yogurt are great if it has only one ingredient or two ingredients. Fresh fish, fresh chicken, fresh meat, not like the preserved, deli meats or smoked meat. So instead of instant oatmeal with the flavorings and sugars and stuff, just get plain oats, make it overnight, and add your own berry, quinoa, oats, barley, rice, all those things. When it comes to sauces and condiments and dressings, you want things that have very simple ingredients. So once you get to the ones that have extra preservatives and flavors and all that extra stuff, that's
sugar and cornstarch.
If you go to McDonald's anywhere in the world, you will find French fries, or chips as you call them, and you will find that they're always made from the same potato, the russet Burbank potato. This is a potato from America that's unusually long and difficult to grow.
That's why their fries are so long.
That's what they want, because when you're McDonald's, you like those red boxes with a little bouquet of very long chips. It looks really good. And so they insist that all their potatoes be russet Burbanks, and they further insist that they have no blemishes at all. There's a very common defect of russet Burbank potatoes called net necrosis. And you've seen potatoes with a little brown line sometimes, or spots that come through it. Well, McDonald's won't buy them if your potatoes have that. And the only way to eliminate that is to eliminate an aphid. And the only way to do that is with a pesticide called Monitor.
Gotta alter
that is so toxic that the farmers who grow these potatoes in Idaho won't venture outside into their fields for 5 days after they spray. And then when they harvest their potatoes, they have to put them in these atmosphere-controlled sheds the size of a football stadium because they're not edible for 6 weeks. They have to off-gas all the chemicals in them.
So think about this. Even the ingredients might say this is just potatoes, but they're not telling you all the chemicals that they're spraying in order to get this type of potato.
Purchased some organic Granny Smith apples. I cleaned these. I let them soak in warm water with baking soda and white vinegar for about 20 minutes.
Well, they shouldn't have any wax.
Still feel very sticky, like there's a substance on them. So I started scraping.
Still got wax.
And I can't believe this. The wax is still on here.
Even the organic?
So I'm like, how much cleaning do I have to do?
I can't find a single mayo that don't have soybean oil or canola. Even the one that advertises olive oil.
Look at this, folks. Even the one that's supposed to be olive oil mayonnaise has soybean canola. Look at this.
How much of our diet do you think is poison?
A fair amount. Ultra-processed food is loaded with them. Ultra-processed food has, in my opinion, 5 things wrong with it.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Too much sugar, which poisons your mitochondria. Not enough fiber, which is necessary to suppress inflammation. Not enough omega-3 fatty acids, which are necessary to build your brain and conduct neurotransmission. Too many emulsifiers, which leads to gut inflammation and therefore systemic inflammation. And then we can throw on top of that the food dyes and food additives, which are mutagenic because they're, petroleum-based.
The difference, this is a store-bought egg. These are fresh eggs, baby. Big difference.
Are you kidding me?
3 worst butter brand in the USA. Number 3, Country Crock.
I knew it.
Country Crock looks
Had to
like
be
real
Country
butter,
Crock.
but it's not even close. It's a mix of vegetable oils, artificial flavors, and chemicals pretending to be dairy. Number 2, Land O'Lakes. It used to be America's favorite, but not anymore. Over the years, it's turned into a chemical cocktail disguised as tradition. They swapped out real butterfat for cheap vegetable oils and pumped it full of salt. Number 1, Kerrygold, the luxury Irish butter that everyone flexes online, but few actually check the label. Tests found traces of pesticides in certain batches, and it's far from the pure grass-fed fantasy they sell you.
Folks, the time is now. I need everybody watching this to wake up and stop buying junk like this. Start growing your own food and start demanding from our government leaders that they make some serious changes like they did in San Francisco.